Hi everyone, welcome to Class 10 video. Just some little helpful hints for Test 1 coming up. Okay, first of all, you'll be allowed to have all these reference sheets, and these have been handed out to you in your folders, and they should be handed back to you, so you either have them yourself somewhere, or they'll be in your folders before your test. And the first one is fraction sheet, there's a conversion sheet, a decimal sheet, and a metric conversion sheet. So here it is. The information will be in front of you. You're to use all your sheets as needed to figure out some answers. Okay, that's easy enough. So the next thing we're going to talk about a few questions that you could very well see on the test, or I'll come right out and say it. There'll be some very, very similar questions. So the first one here, what is the outside diameter of a pipe with an inside diameter of 1.04 inches and a wall thickness of 0.625 inches? Answer hundredths decimal place. Okay, so the first thing here, we have to determine what exactly the question is asking us, and I have the phrase underlined right there. There's the important phrase in the question. What is the outside diameter? That's what we're trying to figure out. So remember, with these types of questions, the pipe has two walls, and we always have to take that into consideration. So the inside diameter is 1.04 inches from here to here. The wall thickness is 0.625 from here to here, and 0.625 from here to here. We're taking this number, adding that twice, because we want the distance all the way across. So here we go, and we get an answer, 2.29. This question also answered to the hundredths decimal place. So I don't want an answer here like 2.3. We want two decimal places, the hundredths decimal place. Okay? Trying to put it all together here. Question 2. On a shop drawing, 1/16 of an inch represents 1 inch of actual material needed. If the line on the drawing is 3 3/8 inches, here's the important phrase. What is the length of the material needed? Answer in inches and fraction. Okay? So on your set of blueprints, a little 1/16 of an inch, which isn't very big, really means 3 3/8 inches of material. So what we need to do here, we need to figure out how many 16ths we have in 3 3/8. So we need to divide. 3 3/8 divided by 1/16. The first step, you're going to make this improper, right? That's where I'm getting 27/8 divided by 1/16. Remember, when we divide, we flip that second fraction. That makes it 16/1. Now we're ready to multiply straight across. We get 432/8, ends up being 54 inches. Now I know the question asked you for inches and fraction. Just because it states this in the question doesn't mean that there's a fraction at the end of the answer, because you're getting so smart that you should be able to figure that out on your own, right? There's no fraction here, it's an even 54 inches. Told you, trades people have to be smart, be good problem solvers. Next one, the outside width of a bookcase, 98.63 centimeters. If the sides are made of 19mm stock, here's the key phrase, what is the inside width? Answer in centimeter, 10th decimal place. So the first thing before you start solving any problem, you have to make sure your numbers are in the same units. So we have a number in centimeters here, and we have a number in millimeters here, and the question is asking us to answer it in centimeters. So guess what? First step, we got to get those millimeters to centimeters. But no problem, we know how to do this, or you're going to look it up on your sheet. So to go millimeters to centimeters, we divide by 10, and we get 1.9 centimeters. So our bookcase goes here to here, 98.63 centimeters, right? It's 1.9 centimeters from here to here, and 1.9 centimeters from here to here, and we want this inside dimension. So we have to subtract this piece twice. Very similar to the pipe question. So when we do our math here, we get 94.83, but the question asks us to take that to the 10th decimal place. There it is. One number after the decimal. So your final answer here, 94.8 centimeters. Okay? Some helpful hints. Again, you will see some very similar questions to these, but I also want to remind you, when you take this test, take your time, read the question, right? Make sure you're rounding or whatever the question is asking you to do. Make sure all your numbers are in the same units, and you're good to go. See you again.